everyone, Christina here. Before we get into today's card, I wanted to let you guys know that Holiday Style, a brand new holiday class over at onlinecardclasses.com, is open for registration. This is a class taught by me and Julie Ebersol and a bunch of fun guest artists, and we'd love for you to join us for class. Class starts on November 9th, 2015, and I hope to see you there. So today's card, this is for day 5. I'm going to be using the big piece die set from Simon Says Stamp. I'm going to use the larger piece, and I'm going to be doing a bunch of snowflake stamping. So I've got some snowflakes from a few different stamp sets. The first stamp set is the Circle Sayings Holiday stamp set from Simon. And then I'm also going to be using lots of snowflakes. This one came out last year, I believe. And I'm just going to do kind of a random assortment of snowflakes all along the bottom of this Neenah Solar White cardstock. I'm prepping the cardstock with my powder tool because I'm going to be embossing these. So the paper is actually cut to be a little bit smaller than an A2 card front. It's cut to 5 1/4 wide by 4 inches tall. And that's so that I have a little bit of border around the edge once I get going on the card here. So I'm going to be applying Ranger Fine Detail Clear Embossing Powder to all of these snowflakes. I want the snowflakes to resist any of the ink blending I'm going to do. The color I'm using for ink blending is Thistle from Simon Says Stamp. I'm actually going to use 2 colors, but this first color is this really kind of muted soft purple. It's really, really pretty. It makes me think of like icy snow and things like that. So I thought it'd be fun to put on the bottom of this cardstock here. You notice that that clear embossing is completely resisting any of that ink. And you could also do this with white embossing powder, but I thought it would just be fun to mix things up a bit and use clear. I'm also going to be using Twirling Tutu, which is also kind of a muted pink. I got this inspiration from this pack of sequins from Lucy, that says like Lucy's Little Things, I think they're called. This is the Lily White pack of sequins, and they're specifically made for shaker cards. So I thought it would be kind of fun to make this into a shaker card. So you notice that as I blend that pink over that purple, it sort of blends the colors together and gives it kind of this rosy, vintagey pink shade. Turned out really pretty. So I used that large piece die, ran that through my Big Shot machine, and I'm actually going to be able to make a couple cards out of this die cut here. I'm going to stamp and finish this card, but I could save those pieces to be used later as well. I'm using the big add-on stamp set, which has a bunch of words that you can use with the big piece die set. There's also a big joy set, die set, and then there's other stamp sets as well. I'll have all of those linked over at my blog if you're interested in this entire suite of products. So I stamped the Wishing You Happiness in smoky gray VersaFine ink, and then to finish off the greeting with an ampersand, I stamped the ampersand on some scratch paper. This is just some white paper I had hanging out after my last card, and I heat embossed that with with clear heat embossing once again. Then I brought in that thistle color and then punched out that ampersand using a 1-inch circle punch. I just wanted to add a little bit of dimension on this. I didn't want to stamp the ampersands right next to those words. I wanted to have it popped up a little bit. So the easiest thing to do was to make it into a circle, and then I'll be adhering it with some foam tape later on. So now it's time to put together the shaker area of this card. So I'm taking some Ranger Multimedia Matte. This is a really great adhesive. It's super, super strong. And I just squirted some out around the letters, and then I'm placing a small piece of window sheet or acetate over the top. This is going to create the window for the shaker card. Now I'm going to put in the interior pieces of the letters. So I put in that positive area of the letter so I can get the interior just perfectly. So I put that in like a puzzle piece, put adhesive on the back, and now I can lift out the letter, and now I have the interior area of the letter P perfect. I'm going to do the same thing with the letter A, puzzle piece that letter into that area, and then take the small interior piece, put adhesive on the back, and then slide that into that space. I'm going to lift out that letter A, and it will leave that interior piece in the perfect spot. So in order to make this a shaker card, you have to sort of build a barrier around the area that will contain all of the sequins or whatever you're putting in your shaker. So I'm taking some foam tape, I've doubled it up, just folded it over, and then adhered it down onto the area around those letters. And I just use my scissors to get those just perfect. Be careful around the corners. You want to make sure that everything's going to be trapped inside that area. So then I peeled off the backing sheets or the release paper on that foam tape. And like I said before, I'm going to be using this pack of sequins from Lucy Abrams. I think it's Lucy's Little Things. Yeah, Little Things by Lucy Abrams. I'm just going to put a bunch in there. I think I actually ended up putting in too much, but it's so sparkly, I can't help it. I just want more and more sparkles. So I cut a piece of cardstock to put over top that will sandwich all of those sequins inside that area and make it into a shaker card. So I'm going to turn this over and you can see all those shaker bits moving around inside. So now I'm going to work on the card base. I'm going to take some cardstock. This is also Neenah Solar White, except this is now 110-pound cardstock. The previous cardstocks that I used for the die cutting, the ink blending, that was 80 pounds. So I like to use 110-pound for card bases only and 80-pound for everything else. So I'm putting adhesive on the back of that piece that finish off the shaker area, and then I put foam adhesive on the top. This is going to make that entire area sit flat. I wanted to make sure that I had a little bit of foam there at the top so that it didn't droop after I adhered it. So I adhered that down to my card front, and to finish off the card I just have to put on that ampersand. So I'm going to go ahead and place that up at the top. I'm going to use my tweezers to get perfect placement. And that's pretty much going to finish this card. I'm going to show you how it shakes a little bit. Now I was wondering if I wanted to have this in a different color palette. So I actually filmed 2 cards just like this one. And the second color palette that I used was more of a purpley blue color palette. So I'm going to just show you really quickly the differences with that card. So I stamped the snowflakes once again, and then the colors I used were Wisteria and Maliblue from Simon Says Stamp. So I started by blending on that Wisteria, getting that purple color really pretty, and then I brought in Maliblue. Not Malibu, but Maliblue. And you'll notice that those colors mix at the top, and it sort of creates a little bit of a more kind of like a royal blue. It looks a little more lavendery. For the greeting, because those snowflakes had come up a little bit higher than on the other card, I couldn't stamp over those embossed areas, so I decided to put my greeting on a little strip of vellum, and I embossed that in Hero Arts white embossing powder. Stamped the stamp in Versamark ink first, and then I was able to wrap that vellum around. As far as the actual shaker area goes, I used sparkling clear sequins in the small and large sizes from Pretty Pink Posh. Then I put the card together. So those are the cards for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. You're going to see both color combinations in the pictures at the end of the video. So I will be back on Wednesday with day 6 of the holiday card series. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching today's video. On screen are the 6 previous years of the holiday card series. These are all day 5 videos. So if you want to check those out, you can click on those images on screen right now. You can visit my blog at katewernerdesign.com, and you can visit me over on social media at Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest. All of those links are over at my blog as well. Thanks so much for watching today, and I will catch you guys in the next video.